If you are not a graphic designer, but you definitely want to sell t-shirt products on Etsy, then you may feel like you are extremely stuck to just using text-based designs. However, there are a lot of resources out there that you can actually utilize amazing graphic designs from graphic artists and change those things up to really make them your own and place that design on a print-on-demand product. In today's video, I'm teaching you how to find amazing t-shirt designs you can utilize for your print-on-demand business and how to really change these pre-made designs to really add your own value to it and really stand out from the rest of the market. I'm gonna share with you all of this coming up next. So welcome back to the video, my friends. If you are new here, my name is Jay, and on this channel, I teach you how to make passive income online by creating and selling your own products. And so if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. Now, the main resource that we're going to look at today is Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica has a ton of different print-on-demand designs you can utilize for your print-on-demand products. And with their subscription service, you are able to download an endless amount of graphic designs for you to use for your Etsy business. Now, they also have a ton of different elements you can use, as well as different type of fonts you can add to your t-shirt design if you want to create something from scratch. Now, if you want to use Creative Fabrica on your own, I will make sure to leave the link down in my description box below, where you are able to get a major discount if you want to set up this as a subscription service for you to use on a monthly basis for your print-on-demand business. So here we are in Creative Fabrica, and they have a ton of different things you can utilize, as well as a dedicated section just for print-on-demand sellers. And so we definitely want to see some pre-made designs and want to take those things and really change some things up and make them our own. And so what we know that is doing extremely well right now is St. Patrick's Day shirts, and we definitely want to focus on a specific niche or a specific audience. And in our case today, we want to focus on teachers. Now, as we plug this into Creative Fabrica, you can see there are a ton of different things coming up in regards to our specific season, which is St. Patrick's Day, and of course the specific audience we want to target, which is teacher shirt. Now, before I go here and just download all these things that I think are working well, I definitely want to do my product research so that I can align up certain products I see in Creative Fabrica with things that are already working in Etsy. And so I already did my due diligence in regards to product research. And here are some things I grabbed over that are best sellers in this particular area. And so from here, I want to just extract several different bestsellers. In my case today, I did about 8. And I definitely want to look at these and say, okay, why are they doing well? What are some things I can grab from them? Again, the goal here is not to copy, but to look at these best-selling items and see what are some pre-made designs I can find right now in Creative Fabrica, but also adding my own variation to things I know that are doing well. The goal of this is to not be led by, what I feel works or just a guessing game, but I really want to extract some data to really prove my design before I even create it. And so I see from here that a couple of things are doing well. I see the rainbow is doing well, specifically for St. Patrick's Day. I see this one lucky teacher phrase is doing well. I also see this retro checker bar on the bottom is doing well also. And again, I see this phrase coming up often. One, a lucky teacher, again, luckiest teacher ever. Those are those type of things I want to learn from, extract from, so that when I find my designs to Creative Fabrica, I can add those things in, yet in a different way. Of course, I see the shamrock is doing well, and of course, the overall color here goes along with the overall season. And so now that I have this stuff in front of me, I want to go back into Creative Fabrica and actually see, okay, what are some things that are in line with best-selling items, and how can I pull that out and then take that into Canva and make my own unique design from that. So here's one teacher shirt that I found that I believe works well with our overall designs we learned that are best sellers. One of the reasons why is because I have this phrase that is doing well, one lucky teacher. I do have the shamrocks here, and I do have this retro type of font with the stacked up word teacher, teacher, teacher that I know have done well in other seasons and other categories. So I definitely want to add that here. Now, a couple things to note in regards to Creative Fabrica and you downloading designs. They do have a designated spot just for print on demand, so you can download anything from that area and then you can just upload that to your t-shirt. But in our case today, this just has the commercial usage allowed, which means I can definitely download this, but I have to really add some value in here to take some things out, to add some things in, and to make it my own. And so that is what we are going to do today. Now, one thing to note before we download this, one of the main files we definitely want to utilize is the PNG file, as this would give us the opportunity as we upload this into Canva to add some things, erase some things, and change up the color of our design. So as you are downloading your designs from Creative Fabrica, just make sure that if you do want to do the edits I'm doing in this video, you definitely want to make sure we have the PNG file. In our case today, we have that here. And now we can go ahead and jump into Canva and continue our designs and really make this product our own. Now that we have our design downloaded from Creative Fabrica, we want to jump into Canva and actually start creating our design. And so as you go into Canva, one of the things I definitely want to talk about is making sure you do a custom size for your t-shirt and set this to be 5,000 by 5,000. This is what I have found to be just the best to keep my overall quality of my designs, no matter where I use them, either for t-shirts, sweatshirts, or different type of products I find in Printify. So now we are in Canva and I have my design in front of me here. I also have all of the best selling designs in front of me so I can stay on track when I am adding some things in to this pre-made design I grabbed from Creative Fabrica. Now, one thing to note here is that even though this might look like a transparent background, if I change the color of this design, change the color of the background and make it black, you will see here that it is not a transparent design. Even though it should be, it is not when I download this from Creative Fabrica. That is okay, because the first edit that we're going to do, just in case you run into this problem, is I wanted to remove the entire background. So the background is white and I want to remove that so I can really make this a transparent background that can look perfect on my t-shirt. So if you want to do that, I am using Canva Pro, which allows me to have this feature. And so I want to go into edit image and I want to utilize this tool, the background remover, as this will, as it is titled, remove the background of this particular design. In our case, the background is white. So I definitely want to get first the white background removed so I can simply just have this as a transparent image. And you see here, it took out the white background. I can hit apply. And now I am utilizing this just as a transparent design that I can use for my t-shirt. Now, again, we're not done here because we definitely want to take away more things than just the background so we can have room to add in our own design. So I'm sharing with you exactly how to do that. Now, there are a couple different ways you can actually remove the images in your design. One of the things I taught in my other videos, that if you have a design that is like perfect in regards to things at the bottom, things at the top, you can definitely utilize this crop feature here. Just crop the bottom out and just have this design here. As you can see, you can even do the same thing to the top and just have the top open for you just to focus on if you so choose. In our case today, our design doesn't necessarily afford us to do that. And so we want to go in a little bit deeper and really make this precise in regards to what we remove. And so the way we do that is going back to edit image. We want to use background remover again, and instead of us removing the background, which was white in our case because that's already gone, we want to still run this because this is going to give us this little tool where we can erase certain things from our image. And so in our case today, we wanted to click erase. And now we see the overall image. And one of the things I definitely want to be gone is this top portion here. I definitely want to make some room to add in my own words that I want to put here. And I want to erase also the shamrocks because I think we can add in some more things to really bring out this entire season. And so all I've done here was go to the erase function. I have the size of my brush here. As you can see, my little circle is moving. And I just want to go over the areas where I want to remove certain things. Now, let's just say, for instance, you make a mistake and you erase some things you definitely want to keep. Well, just click restore. And again, that same brush is open for us to just restore what we have erased. So in my case today, all I want to keep is just this teacher, retro style. And then from here, I want to go back and look at my bestsellers and add in some things I know that are selling extremely well right now. So now we have our design ready to make some edits because we took some things out to give us some room to add some things in. Now from here, I definitely want to add in some text here. I know the font that is working well is this kind of script font here where it says Miss Smith. I definitely want to add in that as well, but I want to add in a phrase that is different from what we have from the original. I want to add in this phrase here, luckiest teacher ever. I know that is doing well, and there's not many shirts that have luckiest teacher ever out there on Etsy, but this one is doing well. We do have one lucky teacher doing well, but I see that a lot. So I definitely want to add something different here with this phrase, because again, it's not as, visible on the Etsy marketplace in regards to things that are actually being sold. So from here, I want to add in some text at the top. Now, one of the things I do also, just to make my whole design process a whole lot faster, is I have a collection of different fonts I know are working well, things I have used on my t-shirts. So I keep all that stuff in front of me, so I don't have to go and try to find these things over and over again. I go and just pluck out, okay, which ones I know are doing well for designs in this niche, and then I definitely want to add that over to my product. So I want to share with you exactly what phrase I want to create and how we can add some more things in. So the text design that I'm going to use is this script font here. And I definitely want to go to the top and add in luckiest, because again, I want to utilize that phrase, luckiest teacher ever. And so I want to make this a little bit larger. And instead of us just having this just straight, I want to utilize this little feature where I can make this curve, add that curve in here, make it a little bit larger, maybe have a little slant to it, and definitely want to add that here. I can change the color of my text simply by clicking this button here. And I definitely want to keep with the color theme that I have. So I definitely want to move over to the pick tool and go and find the green I want to focus on. And this is the green I want to pick right now. And therefore we have our first word here, luckiest teacher. Then we want to add some more things in. Now I do want to add in at the bottom the word ever. So I definitely want to copy and paste. I do want this to be just straight on. So I go back to my curve feature, hit 0. Again, I want to flatten this out, drag this all the way down to the bottom. And right here on the side, I just want to put the simple word ever, make it a little bit smaller. I definitely want to move this over to the bottom. Now, the reason why I'm doing this here on the side is because I definitely want to add in some elements right here, as well as adding some elements here. So I go back and say, okay, what are some things that I see are working well? And what are some things I see that's not really utilized? What I have learned to work well for t-shirts are hearts and rainbows. And so I don't see a lot of hearts being utilized in this space. That could be an opportunity for us to make a lot of sales, because I know that heart is doing well all over the place in regards to t-shirts. I see that the shamrock is doing well. So maybe we can combine something like a heart and a shamrock together to really focus on some things that are missing, but things that are doing well. And I also see here, again, this checker bar not utilized a lot in this space, but this is actually doing great over the large amount of t-shirts I have seen sold on Etsy. And so two things we definitely want to add here is the shamrock and the heart. And we definitely want to add in some way this checkerboard that's really, bringing out this overall theme of the green for our t-shirt. So here is a heart and a shamrock I found using the element feature on Canva. Just simply search up, St. Patrick's Day heart. This is what came up. And I definitely want to add this to my overall design here. So definitely want to add this on top. Don't want to add this to the bottom, because I think this bottom row can be well for us to add in that checker bar. So in our case today, I definitely want to add in this to the top. Again, I think this is a great feature to have, because we already know from our research that the shamrock is doing well. But again, we don't see a lot of hearts here utilized in this particular space. So we actually see our design looking extremely well with our element here, luckiest teacher ever. And now we just want to add in our final design. Our final element is the little checker bar here that's going to have the splash of green in it. So as I go into my final area, I definitely want to go to elements, and I want to search up checker bar. And so I want to go down and see in the graphics area, what are some checker bars I can use? And so one of the things I really want to focus on are these little checker bars here. But one checker bar you definitely want to add is the checker bar that does not have the black in the back, because again, if I create this t-shirt to be white, you're going to see that black background there. So we definitely don't want to utilize that. We want to utilize something that has a transparent background like this, where that it does have the black, but it does not have anything on the other space for the box or for the checker. And so again, we definitely want to utilize this one as opposed to this one that is just fully covered in black and white, and that's not going to look well on our t-shirt. So we have our last element to be used, and it is this checker bar. So I definitely want to add this in to the bottom. And again, change the color as we did with our heart and we did with our word here, luckiest ever. We want to add in some green here. So I want to go to the pick tool and just plug out the green I want to use. In our case today, we definitely want to use this green. And again, have that at the bottom of our design. Line this up the way we want to. And we have the word ever here at the bottom. And I think our design is complete. So now that we have our entire design complete, I just want to share with you where we were in regards to our original design from Creative Fabrica. This is what we downloaded from the website here, but this is how we changed the design to make it our own. Again, the overall goal here is to utilize pre-made designs, add in some things that are of our own value, take some things out, and really bring something that is working, but yet something new into this marketplace. Now, with the PNG file, again, you can upload that to your print-on-demand provider and utilize for your t-shirt business. And you can create, as you see here, a mock-up design to present in your Etsy shop for someone to purchase. Now, again, this falls in line with things that we know have done well, and we definitely added something new that is already working, but again, that will give us some unique sales into our overall design for this product. So if you know you have a tough time creating designs and you just really need an easy go-to to upload amazing graphic designs for your print-on-demand business, I made sure I leave all the details to Creative Fabrica in my description box below, along with a discount code, so you can actually get this at a cheaper price so you can start your print-on-demand business and really start getting some sales. I make sure I leave all the details in my description box below for you to learn if this is best for your print-on-demand business. Now, in today's video, I didn't have time to talk about how to create a full listing packed with great keywords and great mock-up images to get your products actually found in Etsy search. However, if you want to learn my full guide of how to start your print-on-demand business, make sure you click this next video here. And if you want to learn more about how to sell online with Etsy, make sure you subscribe to my channel here. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.